Monaco, 2021. Sit down, sit down. Dad, what's going on? I need you to watch this, and just watch it through to the end, alright? I'll answer all your questions, I'll explain everything. Dad aimed the remote at the screen, and Netflix announced itself. Diana, the truth about the people's princess. It was a documentary. Just a documentary about Princess Diana. Nothing new or special, or I was involved. What? I was involved with the assassination of Diana, Princess of Wales. My blood ran cold. Dad, what are you saying? I was just following orders. I've kept it secret for so long, but you need to know. You deserve to know. My dad was there that night. My dad helped kill Princess Diana. I had never been a royalist. I had never been loyal to the House of Windsor. I never mourned any of their deaths or rejoiced in any of their births. In fact, I would have hoped to see the royal family deposed in my lifetime. But out of all the royals, Diana wouldn't have been my number one target. Was she even royalty at the time of her death? She'd split from Prince Charles, and here I was, 23 years later, working at the very resort she had died at. My shift was a blur. I zoned through the day, my brain in an entirely separate dimension from my work. The hotel went about its business while I stayed, motionless, processing what I had been told. My dad ordered to kill Princess Diana. It wasn't until the police arrived that I began to notice what was going on around me. "This place is under lockdown," an officer called. "We're investigating new evidence that's come to light on the death of Diana, Princess of Wales. No one is to enter or leave until we have concluded our investigation. Every staff member is now a suspect and will be treated as such." What? We were all suspects now. "If I could ask all staff members to follow me to your cells, you will be asked to wait there until further notice." Cells? This is a holiday resort, not a fucking jail. I exchanged bewildered glances with my co-workers, unable to discern the logic. Every one of us, a suspect in the death of Princess Diana. Some of us only started working here this month. It happened in 1988. I was 2.5 then. Did the police really believe I could have masterminded a royal assassination fresh out of the womb? We marched down to the basement, grumbling and swaying in our line-shaped hordes, squashing closer together as the stairs narrowed our path, like sand trickling through an hourglass. As we filed through, police officers herding us along the corridor, I became aware of the bars and locked gates, and the tiny, tiny, metal-meshed windows at the very top of the walls. Shit, dude. We really did have jail cells in the basement of this holiday resort. Excuse me, can you tell me how long you think we'll be in here? It was Harry, the twitchy, nervous valet that started this week. The officer ignored him. "Sir, excuse me, sorry, hello?" "Move along, sir." "Oh, no, I will. I just need to know how long we'll be in here." "Sir, move along." About what time will we be let out, do you know?" "You'll be let out when you're let out." The officer jostled him along. It's just I can't stay here at night." What? Does he think this is a school detention, that he can just leave after a certain amount of time? I wouldn't make a fuss usually, it's just that tonight's a full moon and... Oh. The officer held open the gate, gesturing for Harry to enter. "I can't stay once night falls, you have to let me out. You can put me in a different cell, I don't care, just as long as I'm away from people." "Get inside, sir." "Please, you have to listen, I don't want to transform." "In." The officer shoved Harry. No, I don't want to hurt anyone, please. You have to let me out. You have to keep me away from everyone, please. I'll transform. You can't leave me in here with these people! He screamed as the gate clanged shut, the officer acting as if silence had fallen, walking away. This is bullshit, I thought to myself. Most of us were barely even fully formed people when Diana died. Keeping us locked up here is so fucking stupid. I decided to vocalise my thoughts. This is bullshit, I said. Most of us were barely even fully formed people when Diana died. Keeping us locked up in here is so fucking stupid. I have shit to do. Sasha, what are you doing? Someone hissed. I'm leaving, I told them. And with that, I opened up my gate and I exited my cell. I trotted along, Harry still screaming to be separated, desperate to keep his friends safe, and my heart ached for him. But I couldn't help Harry now. I had laundry to do. My dorm was a mess, and I can tell you now, I was not the one that left it in that state. The police must be raiding everyone's rooms. With a heavy sigh, I gathered up the pyjamas, the underwear, the clothes, and the towels, carelessly strewn all over the floor. For a group of people dedicated to law and order, the police certainly didn't have a care in the world for the order of other people's living space whatsoever. Bundling my clothes into the machine, I wondered how the investigation was going, and more importantly, how we were going to deal with Harry's transformation. Bollocks! Forgot to put the fucking detergent in. I pressed pause on the machine and opened her up, carelessly throwing in some powder tablets before measuring out the softener. Couldn't hurt to check, could it? Right? Unpausing the washing machine, I crept out of the hotel. Monaco's weather is disgustingly bright and cheerful. The sun sparkles down on the ocean, blinding anyone who wants to gaze across the horizon, while the heat thwacks you over the head like a shovel and you're forced to face other people's cheery holiday moods as they throw their money around at yachts and bars and casinos. But of course, no one who could afford to stay here would be under investigation. No, sir. A commotion caught my attention. The sound of boots coming into contact with a body. A pained cry. "Why did you do it?" bellowed an officer, thumping the someone again. "Why did you kill Princess Diana?" I peered over. The man appeared to be homeless. His clothes were torn, his feet were bare. He definitely hadn't washed or eaten in weeks. "Please," he begged, showing his bleeding gums. I don't know. "Why?" "Stop, please." My heart hammered in my chest. This was too far. I stole back to the hotel, checking the progress of my washing on the way. Midnight. Where did the time go? Harry's transformation would have already started. Back at the cells, Harry's cries hadn't ceased, only grown quieter. He was curled up in the fetal position on the concrete floor. Has he? No, someone answered flatly. The full moon has been out for hours and no hint of a transformation. I think he's just having some kind of mental breakdown.